Every once in a while, an artist comes along with a talent and a sound that just blows me away. It's music like that that makes me excited to be able to share with music fans like you. It's music like you'll hear on Sweet Insomnia, the new album from Gallant, which I can't wait to talk about with you. So let's get into it right now on Track by Track. Hey everybody, my name is Kyle and this is Track by Track, music reviews, news, and commentary. Thanks for tuning in today, and if this is your first time here, please take a second to click subscribe so that you won't miss future reviews and more. Now, I don't know how long you've been watching this YouTube channel. The truth is, I've only been doing this since August of 2017. And what's important about that, to me anyway, is that it's kind of a gauge for what music or artists I've had a chance to cover here. For the most part, any artist that hasn't released new music since that launch date is BC, before my channel. That covers a lot of acts really, including several of my favorites. So ever since I started Track by Track, there's been a number of acts that I looked forward to hearing new albums from because it would finally give me a chance to talk about them on this channel. High on that list was R&B singer Gallant. His debut album, Ology, was my pick for the best album of 2016. I actually included it as part of my Great 28 series back in February of 2018 because I wanted so much to share this incredible new artist with all of you. If you're not familiar with Gallant, I guess I'd describe him as an R&B/modern soul singer in the vein of D'Angelo or Maxwell. His music leans toward the electronic with a decidedly alternative edge. He first started getting attention shortly after the death of Prince in mid-2016, and comparisons to that legendary artist are also apropos, especially considering Gallant's incredible vocal range and his soaring falsetto. Now, 3 years after his stunning debut, Gallant is finally back with his sophomore full-length, Sweet Insomnia. He's been teasing new music for months, so my anticipation level for this one has definitely been high. Usually that's a recipe for disappointment, when you're so looking forward to something that when it finally arrives, there's no way it can live up to your expectations. With Gallant, I'm not sure what my expectations were, other than just hoping for another utterly transfixing sonic experience. Fortunately, that's exactly what Sweet Insomnia delivers. The musical formula here remains largely intact from his previous full-length, starting with the brief musical intro that opens the album. That may become trademark Gallant, as he took a similar approach, opening both Ology in 2016 and his self-released Zebra in 2014. I really love these vignettes and how they set the tone for the music to follow. The album kicks into high gear right after the intro with a song that is probably the most irresistible jam yet in Gallant's admittedly small discography. Sharpest Edges is absolutely brimming with meticulously tuned energy, highlighted by clever rhythms, percussion, and vocal effects that set the standard for the rest of the album. I love all the little bits of noise and vocal bursts that pop up at exactly the right moments. It all adds up to what is certainly one of my favorite songs, not just on the album, but of the year. Later on the album, we get another great jam, this time a duet featuring Sabrina Claudio. Compromise switches things up a bit with a Latin-infused rhythm that provides a nice change of pace. I also like the great use of vocal samples, and near the end of the track, I really dig the odd chimes and effects that call to mind Frank Ocean for me. Very cool stuff. Other highlights for me include Crimes with its exquisite layered vocals, incredible falsettos, and the choir of voices on the background vocals. Paper Tulips is like R&B from outer space, trademark Gallant with its ethereal verses that explode for maximum impact on the jaw-dropping chorus and bridge. Midway through the album, we get Hurt, which opens with a delicate acoustic guitar riff before the chorus comes in and the beat drops. Acoustic sounds make way for staccato police-style guitar rhythms that call to mind Every Breath You Take. Thematically, both songs could almost be related in the way that they describe dysfunctional relationships. Then at the end, Gallant simply wails on his falsetto for one of the album's most breathtaking moments. The album's closing number is also a stunner. Celine is a great jazz-infused number that's most reminiscent to me of Prince. I could absolutely have heard this song on the Under the Cherry Moon soundtrack, and I love hearing Gallant's voice climb from full-bodied to falsetto, all within a single phrase. The performance is practically an R&B vocal masterclass. Scattered throughout the album, there's also a handful of songs that I'd say hew more closely to contemporary R&B in terms of structure and sonics. The title track, Sweet Insomnia, has a terrific down-tempo groove that feels at once fresh and familiar. Sleep on It has a great early 2000s throwback vibe to it, like something we might have heard from Usher. Again, some great vocal harmonies and nice use of falsetto on the backing vocals. And while the song Hips may be the most straightforward R&B track on the album, Gallant still transports us to a new place by injecting the song with so many of his trademark flourishes. There's no real missteps on Sweet Insomnia, but if I'm picking my least favorite track, it's Panasonic. The song doesn't seem as sonically interesting as the rest, and I find that my mind wanders a bit every time it comes on. Still, it has one of my favorite lyrics on the album. Gallant laments about a breakup, singing, "My girl left me because I didn't show her as much love as my Sega Saturn." I mean, honestly, who can't relate? Overall, Sweet Insomnia doesn't hit me as being quite as groundbreaking as his previous album, but that's due in no small part to just how remarkable and how refreshing it was to hear Gallant for the very first time. And while he's not a new voice to me anymore, I've still found that I've had this new album on constant repeat since it came out last week, and I still can't get enough of it. I've played it in the car, I've played it in my home theater system, but I have to say that my favorite way to experience it is with a great pair of headphones so that you can hear every intricate detail in every exquisite mix. In fact, I'm still discovering new details every time I play it. I also have little doubt that for many of the regular viewers of this channel, Gallant is going to be an unknown artist for you. On top of that, R&B probably isn't one of the most popular genres that I cover here. Still, I truly hope you'll give Gallant a chance. I mean, I lean more strongly toward rock myself, but this guy positively blows me away, and I'd love to see more listeners of all types discover his sound. So, I'm giving Sweet Insomnia by Gallant an X rating of 8 out of 10. It's one of my favorite albums of the year, and if you give it a chance, I hope that you'll dig it as much as I do. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this has been Track by Track. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Plus, check out some of these other videos below that I think you might also enjoy. And of course, be sure to subscribe, because true music fans always want new releases the day they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.